We have normalized alcohol in Spain. Like the intake of alcohol is like very socially accepted and expected. And I just want to leave an instance of evidence. Esta es evidencia, que no sea esto evidencia, que luego digas que es que hacemos las cosas mal en España. Porque no estoy diciendo que lo hagamos mal.
Can I just say something? You're saying that that you just realized that. You do understand in the previous video, you said your feed was just bear and animals, right?
My few
Your Instagram feed is just bear
that video.
and animals.
This on Instagram while scrolling down, right? Mm-hmm. I was talking to my cousin and we're scrolling looking for beers, but also looking for animals because that's all my feed in Instagram.
Oh, bears and animals, that's your feed.
And I saw, yes.
And you're just coming to this realization.
Okay, but you need to understand something.
Oh, I do.
We do have a lot of social life outside, right? We go to the terrazas, we like to go out for the vermouth time, we like to refresh ourselves, or simply, like is my case, I enjoy the taste of beer and wine and vermouth and all these things.
I'm aware.
I don't have a beer at all times. I don't have a glass of wine at all times. But I do enjoy my every other day, every 3 days.
Every 3 days what?
Drink.
Every 3 days?
Yes.
You go 3 days without a drink?
A veces.
¿Cuándo?
A veces. Now you're going to make me sound like I'm an alcoholic.
No, I'm not
which
making...
Which is the story...
I am not making you sound like anything.
Which is the story that I'm going to tell. ¿Os podéis creer que cuando empezamos a vivir juntos, llego del trabajo, me abro una Mau de estas que me había comprado... pues por suerte porque la había encontrado en Nueva York, me abro la mano, me tomo un trago así como en plan, lo necesitaba, qué refrescante que es, tenía mucha sed. Y me dice, do you have an alcohol problem? And I don't want you to get upset.
I did not say that.
¿Qué dijiste?
I did not say anything like that.
Ah, no, ¿qué dijiste?
I don't remember what I said, but I never said that.
Lo dijo. And actually...
I just asked you if you have a drink every day.
Isn't it that translate to the same thing?
It does not.
You have to read in between the lines.
But I'm telling you, listen, if this was in court, the details matter. I didn't say what you said.
I'm going to strangle you. But anyway, did I feel bad? No, I didn't because I don't have a problem. Are you calling me a liar in front of our viewers?
I am not calling you anything. I am just saying, I am simply stating that based on your information and how you said it, you would have a drink maybe twice a day, once a day, or what?
Once a day, but not every day.
But not every day.
I don't drink every day. No seas tonto, eh? No me quete.
You understand, I'm the one that pours your drinks, right?
Because you don't like when I pour my own drinks, so I let you be happy.
So I know exactly how much you drink every day.
Anywho.
But I do agree that drinking here is normalized.
It is normalized. So one of the things that we talked to our friend Kerem, our Turkish friend that came and visited us a couple of months ago, is that, you can go out on a Tuesday at 1 p.m. and see people having a beer in a terrace. And does that mean that we drink every single day? No. Does that mean that we are drunks and no, but it is true that socially it has been normalized, because if you go to your friends and you say, vamos a tomar algo? Yeah, it might be a coffee, it might be a colacao, it might be something else.
It might not be. No, it's not. It might be.
But depending on the time of the day, you're an idiot.
It might be.
Es un idiota, yo que lo sepa.
I've never been.
Ojalá y te atragantes.
I think I messed up my chair. I've never been invited out once, and it was a might be colacao or a might be soda.
Sometimes we meet up with friends for coffee or for breakfast. You don't have alcohol at breakfast. Not in Spain.
That's a very distinctive thing. That's way different than being...
Anywho, the point is, talking to Karen about it, that he was like, it's very normalized and I like it because I don't see... Can you get serious?
I'm trying to imagine, hey, you want to go out for a colacao?
But sometimes we do have colacao.
I just want to know the look on people's face if I ask somebody, hey,
That's why you say tomar algo, so you give them freedom.
Might be colacao, might be soda. Oh, it's a cerveza. Surprise!
Qué tonto eres, de verdad. Can you get serious? Okay. It's really hot right now. Okay. My wine is warming up.
I'm sorry. Okay, go continue.
I can because you're laughing over my speech.
Sorry.
So anyway, yes, you do say, let's go, vamos a tomar algo, and it could be anything, right? Depends on the time of the day.
Why would you go back to that? We already discussed it.
Because I'm trying to link it to something else and you keep interrupting me. And so, depending on the time of the day, if you go to a time where, it's before lunch or whatever, not in every city, but in many cities, you ask for a drink and they bring you a tapa for free, right? Sí. Not in every city of Spain, but in many. Madrid being one of them. And when Kerem, our friend, was here, he went out to, be on his own and be independent or whatever. And he would text me and he said, I ordered a drink and they didn't bring me a tapa. Do I have to complain? And he did this like 3 times. And every time I was like, what drink did you order? And then he's like, because he doesn't drink alcohol, right? So he was like, oh, I ordered a tea. Oh, I ordered a coffee. I'm like, yeah, they're not going to bring you tapas because we don't eat salty things with such a drinks. So then the whole thought process was like, okay, so am I supposed to order a beer because I don't drink beer?
So do you feel like it's like a pressure to order beer so you can get a tapa? Or like you have to, like, is beer like the thing that you have to do?
I don't think it's a pressure to have the tapa because you can have a colacao. You can have a Coca-Cola, you can have a Sprite, you can have a Fanta, you can have a casera. Like our friends F&A, they order casera in Sevilla every time that we were going out because they didn't drink alcohol. So, there are options, but not coffee and tea. That doesn't qualify for the free tapa. But so I don't think that there is a pressure to order alcohol to get the tapa because there are other options, but there is an expectation for sure. Now, I am guilty of inviting our friends over to our house, and my friend, she had 2 babies, and since she doesn't drink as crazy as we used to when we were young and beautiful, and when they come over and we have lunch or dinner here at home, I'm always saying, venga, tómate una cervecita conmigo, venga, una copita de vino, venga, no sé qué. And I'm always like, without any bad intention or trying to be like bad influence, but it's like, we used to do this together. Like, come on, relax for a second.
You're the one saying that it's been normalized and this and there's no pressure, but you're putting pressure. That is a pressure.
But my best friend is Alicia. Like,
but she doesn't drink like that. But every time she comes to you.
But she used to. So I think with the new generations, all this is changing. And that actually brings me to the product of the week. Tenemos que darle las gracias a Buen Finde.
Buen Finde.
Porque les contamos un poquito del vídeo de lo que queríamos hablar. No, we told them about the video, what we wanted to talk about.
Sí.
Y vimos que tenían unos vinos 0% alcohol, 100% vino. Y dijimos, este es el producto maravilloso to show in the product of the week. So thank you so much. This is a gifted collaboration. So thank you. And I'm very excited about trying this.
I'm very curious. I'm a rosé kind of person, so...
Yes. But I also,
Buen Finde for
ahora tengo una opción para darle a Alicia.
Ah, sí, es verdad, yeah. Ooh, this is... Okay, which one are you going to go with first then?
My recommendation in my humble alcoholic experience, I will say that you should start with the bubbling one. Then we'll proceed to the white one, then the pink one, the rosé, and then the tinto. Okay?
The tinto?
Yeah.
This has 0 alcohol?
Read what it says there.
No booze, all the weekend vibes. Oh, I like that. That's good.
Hay muchas frases en inglés, all taste guilt-free, pero lo hacen en Alicante. ¿Sí? Es una empresa española, sí. Así que es súper interesante. And I think that with the new generations and everything, like as I was saying before, like, give me an alternative. I still want to enjoy this without having to consume alcohol. And I think that that's very...
that's the important part, right? I have to try. I'm a bubbly kind of person.
So I have my cheat
Your cheat sheet?
Your cheat sheet. So it says that it has peach notes with green apple and floral matices. Okay? And they recommend to leave your wife a little bit.
Sorry.
But they also recommend to eat it with aperitivos, celebraciones, or to go with desserts and fruits.
Oh, we're definitely ordering more of this bottle right
This
here.
one is really good.
This is, first off, by itself, it is amazing. I can only imagine when I make my mimosas, mimosa Sundays.
Now, here's what I have to say as somebody that loves wine and frisante and cava and all that.
I'm just asking because I was about to pour more for you. That's all.
You can finish it up.
Oh, thank you.
So what I will have to say about this particular wine is that...
And I'm not going to get... Well, I don't get drunk, so it doesn't matter. But, sorry.
There's no alcohol.
I know. That's the best part. I can keep drinking all this.
But you don't get drunk, so it doesn't affect you at all.
Yeah, but when you drink so much, even though I don't get drunk, I get stomach aches from it. But this is perfect.
So what I will say is that si te gusta el zumo de uva, no? Like you can taste. At the end of the day, the wine is a juice, grape juice, right? But it does have that taste of like grape juice. Like you can feel the grapes for sure.
I really can't believe how good that is. I'm curious.
This one is really good. Okay.
It's really good.
Try the white one.
So the white wine is next.
It is recommended with ensaladas, seafood, and grilled chicken, pollo a la parrilla.
It has a unique smell to it.
Yeah. Well, this one, oh yeah, that's right. Me recuerda, claro, es lo que dicen. Hierbas.
Hierbas.
It's very aromatic. It's like very herbs, ¿no? Uva blanca. Uva blanca de verdejo. Verdejo, ¿vale? What else it has? It has green apple, citric peel, so like lemon peel, orange peel, so on, and herbs just cut, recién cortada. And this is the best one. It has hierba recién cortada, grass just cut. Oh, herbs just cut.
Huh?
That's what it says. And it's really good with seafood and chicken and aperitivos.
The green apple is perfect. Like I love green apples. I'm also a white wine drinker. I love white wine more than I love red wine.
Not all of us can have good taste. What can I say?
Yeah, that's it.
Es muy aromático.
Sí.
Es súper aromático.
And they did a good job. I tip my hat because...
Para alguien que no quiera beber alcohol, con gambas, incluso con ostras.
Sí.
Así con almeja o berberechos.
All seafood. I would give this. All seafood
es súper aromático. Me gusta un montón.
Now, for what I've been waiting for. The rosé.
The rosé.
This is the one I've been waiting for. I'm a big rosé person.
I'm reading here that it's also vegan, by the way. So, vegano.
What's in this one?
Thank you. So, for that one, we have strawberry.
Oh, perfect. Speaking my language.
Cherry.
Keep it going.
Cherry flower, though. Like the cherry blossom. And soft citrics. It is recommended with pasta, with metzes, and they use the word metze, by the way. And,
caramba, we got something for you.
And soft cheeses.
This one here tastes, I would have to say it tastes, I'll let you go first, because I have an opinion on this one.
We're not professionals of anything.
Yeah, you already know that. You know we're not professionals.
Yeah, now we're going to get the comments of like, yeah, you should have drank water in between them and this and this and that. I know. We have a lot to learn. Like, relax and enjoy. So when I smell it, it reminded me of like the Danone, the yogurt, the strawberry yogurt that I ate with a spoon.
I can see that. I'm not a big fan of yogurt, but I can see that. For me, this doesn't even taste anything close to like a wine or even...
Yeah, this doesn't taste like an alcoholic beverage, obviously.
It doesn't,
right?
Yeah, but this one is outside of the other two, this is the one that I can tell is definitely not an alcoholic beverage. It feels stronger than a juice, but like the taste of kind of a juice.
It tastes like you know those drinks that you used to have in Serbia that they were like juice of things.
Yes.
Like the elderflower and things like that. That's what it reminds me of, like a nice elaborated juice or beverage. Period.
It's good, but this is the only one I can say it doesn't hit me like a rosé per se.
Yeah.
But it's still good. It's still delicious. But these two here taste like it's still an alcoholic beverage. More so than this one. This is just like it's a rosé. Now the red one. I know you're not a big fan of red. I'm not a big fan of red, but It has a nice smell to it though for a red wine.
What happened?
That's impressive.
Yeah?
Like even the I don't know, I'm not a wine, expert or anything, but even just like the texture of it is like a wine.
Yeah. I mean, it does, it has the feeling of like a California wine.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, and there's also light wines here in Spain.
Right.
But when I think about like that,
Lighter wine, not super heavy.
Feeling and everything. So it has bayas rojas, which is goji, the little red dots. Anywho, ciruela, which is the red big one.
Is this how you describe
My English,
things?
and this has no alcohol, FYI. ¿Ves? Que it's not the alcohol, it's just this is who I am. And spices. And it's recommended to eat it with red meat, vegetables, or any dish from the Middle East. Yo recomiendo esto sobre todo para una persona que le guste el vino blanco, así refrescante, algo suave, tal.
Sí.
Cualquiera de estos tres. Like, if you like white wine, you can go with any of these three.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that like I'm happy that there's like you said, a cheat sheet. Like you get references because personally, I would just drink this with anything. I'll be drinking this with like pizza, Chinese food, and
Oh, the important thing is not about being an expert, it's about knowing what you like, right? So if you want to eat a pizza with this one or with this one or like oysters with this one, like do whatever you want that makes you happy as long as you're not hurting anybody, right? So do whatever you want because pa gustos, colores, meaning there is as many range of colors as likes for people. So do whatever you want.
so
They give a recommendation, but...
As many as what?
As many you want? What did I say? I don't know what I said. See, it's not the alcohol.
No alcohol in
It's
here.
just me.
I could just take this right now. Do we have any like being at the restaurant like tortilla or anything with this or anything like that?
Que tortilla? And at least there was no tortilla or anything.
Didn't you just say I can have this or whatever you want, drink it with what you want? I know what I want.
That message was for the audience, para la gente que nos está viendo, no es para ti, listo. No es para ti.
Oh, so I can't have what I want.
So this is something that we see more and more, right? Like there is the rise of the beverage of the 0.0%. Mm-hmm. So like there is this commercial that we get all the time of Smirnoff. And that's like a hard liquor. And it's why do I drink whatever Smirnoff? It's 0% or whatever. But also the beer. So when I was in the US, because it's considered bad to drink during the weekdays, I used to go to this pub that it was next to my...
Pub.
In New York, it was right next to my job, the pub, Irish, un pub irlandés de toda la vida. And they had a beer that it was 0.0. I believe it was called O'Doul's or something like that. And it was the closest thing to the taste of beer. Now, I think that we do a pretty good job here in Spain replicating the taste.
I can agree now.
Con estos vinos sobre todo, but also with some of the 0% beers that we have. And now, even for diabetics, now this looks like a health commercial. But now there's actually one with 0 sugar too. So it's 0 sugar, 0 alcohol. I haven't tasted that one. But this is good that we are getting like different options. Like there is more things to do.
But I think at the end of the day, like you're saying it's normalized, but I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing. The reason why I say it is because, okay, fine, it's normalized into the culture. You guys drink and you drink with tapas, you go out for drinks or whatever, but it's not something where you're guilted or like you feel judged, like it's accepted in society. So I think
I think it's better to have it accepted. Like, creo que es mejor que te puedas beber una cerveza, un vino, un vermú, un miércoles a la 1 de la tarde, a las 2 de la tarde y que se vea bien,
sí,
a tener que ir por Estados Unidos con una bolsa marrón que todo el mundo sabe que llevas alcohol ahí dentro and you're with the brown bag like this in the US. A ver, claro.
The brown bag. Sí, es verdad, pero solo cuando
The
afuera.
culture changes.
Sí, yo sé, pero no es importante para la gente en Estados Unidos cuando beber un alcohol o un cerveza.
¿Por qué se tapa?
¿Por qué?
La vergüenza.
Sí, porque los niños siempre en todos lugares y
claro,
también no quiero beber algo así con los niños.
¿Pero por qué no?
Porque es muy mal.
¿No es mal?
Sí.
¿Did I come out wrong? Look at this wonderful woman you married. No, porque aquí en España es verdad que los niños ven a sus padres beberse una cerveza, beberse un vino, beberse lo que les dé la gana, pero no los ven borrachos tirados por la calle o vomitando.
Sí, claro.
So when you see something that normal, that, you know, and again, this is like a really fine line, right? Like you don't want to normalize it so much that you're like, okay, everybody drinks at all time or whatever. But at the same time, it doesn't become a taboo that later kids are thirsty and dying, and then they come here to Spain,
so yes,
and we already have our first balcony.
Earlier time with alcohol here than kids do in the U.S. So it's treated as taboo, but for both kids and adults. Like we can't, even if we go out to a restaurant to have a drink, we are still monitored of how much we drink. And that's why many people go to a bar, and that's why bars are the way they are, because it's
that's
just
why
like,
you don't allow kids in bars over there.
Exactly, because it's like the only place where we can drink. It's like a club for drinking. It's like, I go there and I can drink without the judgment. I can drink because that is what that place is for. I can have 3 or 4 beers and not be looked at as a bad guy, even though that's really bad. I looked at as a bad guy, and I'm talking about like, big beers, and just like, okay, because if I did that at a restaurant, everyone's like, oh, that's going to be his 3rd beer? His 4th beer? Is he alcoholic?
Vale. I have aquí un process in my head. Vale. The first thing. You guys are like the first power in the world, and you act like a freaking small town where everybody knows everybody, and you're like, oh, ¿has visto ese que se ha bebido ya 2 cervezas? Like, what kind of like small town mentality is that, even in big cities? And that happens all over the U.S. And then the second thing, if you're the country of, and this is not with bad intentions, I want to leave no note of that. If you guys are the country of freedom, where freedom, what is that? The
land of the free.
The land of the free, and then you're not free for anything. You can't say what you really think. You can't drink whenever you want. You can't do this. You can't do that. Then where is the freedom? Explícamelo. United States it is to us. No? Explain it to me. Okay, this is not so much a refrán, it's more like a very cotidiana a sentence, una frase muy cotidiana. When you see friends, or when you meet up suddenly, or whatever, you're in a social environment and you said, una y nos vamos.
One and go?
Yes.
What does that mean?
And that means that we're just going to have one drink. ¿Qué haces?
That's not actually what that means.
This is exactly the opposite. So you say una y nos vamos, like we'll have one and then that's it.
That's it? Oh, yeah.
But it's not true.
And you guys would say, don't worry, it's just one drink. Come on, just one drink.
Pero aquí una y nos vamos.
No, we're not gonna lie. We're just say it's one drink. But
we're not lying. We're hopeful of like one y nos vamos. But
then there's no vamos.
And then but
we don't say we're gonna go. We say just one drink. We're just saying that could be one drink for now, that could be one drink for this, one drink for that.
Yeah, but because we know it's not true whenever you say it, and if you accept to that, you know it's never one. Yeah, it might be 1 p.m. of the next day that you get back home.
No.
Como tú. Una y nos vamos y me
Listen, there's no alcohol in this, so I can drink as much as I want. I can normally drink as much as I want anyway, but still, it's so
That's my point from before.
But it's so much fun knowing that there's no alcohol in this.
Why?
I don't know. It's just I'm enjoying it. It's like I love the taste of it, so now I can just drink it without worrying about necessarily too much of my health and my awareness later on.
Muchas gracias a Buen Finde por descubrirle un nuevo mundo. Esperamos encontraros en todos los bares a los que vamos. Y si no, a los que os dé así el por probarlo, os dejamos toda la información en la descripción. ¿Más?
Sí, porfa.